Yeah. So for me, when we was discussing what we want our children's trajectory to be, I specifically chose the age of 25. That I wanted my daughter to remain a virgin and then date a man that was 25, around the age of 25. So the process of life could have started for him, and his trajectory could at least be somewhere pathed out. He doesn't have to be rich. He doesn't have to be in a position that he's wealthy. Just so I could see the trajectory of his life going in whichever way. So when I marry my daughter, all my daughters, all that they, can at least have a running head start on the proper path for things to go. If they was in a situation where they were older, like say they were 25 plus, and they uh they had already been dating and doing doing several things outside of the home that I didn't condone, I think the process, my information would be different. Because it to be honest, a younger girl that's a virgin can demand certain things from men that women that are past that age cannot. Just as far as the data market equity goes, uh, there are people that help with the vetting process. You probably could run guy you serious by one us, and we can we'll drill the questions in. You know what I'm saying? To really try and figure out if he's actually serious about being in a relationship. But what I found for me was if the man is single at our age, I don't know how old you are. You're above 35.
I'm 33.
Yeah. So if the man is single above that age, it's probably a reason or a story to that. And that story could either tell if he has growth as to what he's trying to do next, if he's like getting out of the game and he's like, all right, I'm ready to settle down, or if he had a marriage that ended and he learned from that marriage and he wants to try it again and did. So it's different like indicators as far as what someone who might be eligible to be a good husband who's actually trying to take you serious would be.
I think
If
you
that
need to
answers
figure out
the
what.
question.
I think you need to figure out what's this partnership. What is the difference between partnership and marriage to you? Like,
Oh,
why do you use partner?
we were married, but I just used partnership like we were partners in life, you know.
You're a husband and wife, right? Y'all
Hmm.
were married for 10 years.
Well, we were
You got
we were married for 7. We were together for 10.
oh shit. So you didn't get alimony. Whew. Lucky dude. But yeah. So you're a CEO. You
Did
struck.
any one of y'all read what she said in the back?
Yeah, I read it.
I read it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just didn't want to get into that at this
I always
point.
when I
Yeah,
read stuff, I
that
always
was
look at that
wild.
as one side of the story. You have to. And there's no shade to your story. I just done had the experience to where when I start leaning on one side of the story and then somebody else come in and say, I'd be like, damn, well, why you ain't mention that? And they be like, I didn't know it was important. You know what I'm saying? So I just take it, no offense. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never persecutes themselves. So yeah, so you got your father in your life. You said you was raised by this dude. Shame on him. He ain't been there.
Oh, whoa. My father's sick. He has an illness. You didn't hear that part?
What? She said her father was ill.
Yeah.
Oh, he's ill, like he got cancer or something.
He does have a terminal illness, yeah.
Okay. So what? Well, okay. So he probably just happened, or that's just been like that.
Since like 2021, yeah.
Okay, so that not too long ago. Okay, well, I apologize for that. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't hear the part about him being sick. I mean, damn. I mean, my grandfather had cancer. That motherfucker was shooting pool, smoking cigarettes and shit. So I don't know. He probably still can help you vet.
I don't know, but didn't we say earlier like you can't really like you can ask questions, you can view behaviors, but like vetting is such a broad thing though. Like you could date someone for years and then end up being like the most horrible person on this planet, and 9 times out of 10 when they are, everyone around them is like, I would have never knew. So it's like, as I said, it's just like we just gotta take our L's when we take them, and then move the fuck on and try to find someone that hopefully fits that narrative. Now, again, there are things to look out for, right? Like those red flags we discussed, but at the end of the day, you just shoot your shot, you take that chance, and then once you start seeing shit that's like, oh no, I've been here before, maybe I should leave, then leave so you don't repeat the same damn mistakes.
So she's a C. I think you just said you was a CEO. And you got everything you need. You don't need a man money, right? Well, you need to start proposing. What you need, find whatever guy you want to be with, start dating him, and you need to get out on the knee and ask him for his hand in marriage.
Why are we assuming?
And if he say yes, you good. If he say no,
All right. Let me ask you a serious question. Are
you're
you
in
in
a
a
masculine
position? Are you seriously in a position where you have to start doing the proposing?
Yeah.
I don't know what's the position that you do the.
That
She's
means-
in
that means-
the
hold on, wait.
ultimate masculine position.
No, that means
Do y'all have kids? Do y'all have kids?
Mhm.
no,
Yeah.
that means that there ain't no guy that's willing to get down on one knee for you. At least at face value, you got to get down on one knee for them.
She don't know that. How would she know that? Look, so
She would know that. She would know that motherfuckers are taking her
there are
serious
men
now.
there are men who would date or marry her. You probably need to find somebody that's already had their kids that is probably has gone through a divorce. That's not because you're not looking to have no more kids, are you?
Not necessarily, no.
Somebody that's either what's the oldest you would date?
I don't really have like a solid limit in a 45,
60.
50. I don't know.
Yeah, you can find a 45-year-old divorced man. Just depends on the circles. I don't know if you have a network of people
Shit,
that
if you go 50, you got a higher chance of getting in a relationship. You see, yo, what? Go ahead and go for the big 50. But I'm telling you, you want to do that's you say 33? He probably ain't no CEO yet. He usually ain't gonna get to CEO till he probably like 40 or something, like 45. So you might have to either share for a while or you might have to just take a knee.
don't disclose your finances until y'all actually like serious in a relationship.
No, that might help you. That's gonna help you.
It
I
could
haven't.
help.
I haven't been usually lately. Like I try to just not.
Oh, pull up,
but I don't
pull up.
know.
You in a masculine position. Take advantage. You have leverage as a man. Operate like a man. You don't win. You don't want to go. You obviously don't want to go back to your husband, right? Okay, then it's time to propose now.
Wait, does he want to? Would he try and repair the damage he caused?
I don't think so because I asked him to do therapy and a couple other things, and he said he would rather get a divorce than go to therapy. And we haven't talked about it since then.
That's it.
Nah, don't go back.
Yeah,
You good. You good.
I saw that coming back there. I wouldn't go back to that. That's what I'm saying. These young dudes,
I don't know if you read that, Marcus.
I think he did.
I read it, but
that last part, man, forget about it.
He might have changed though. I don't
That's
know how
wicked.
long ago
That right there.
That was my thing. How long ago?
Yeah, that right there. Forget about it. You can't fix that.
He might have rehabbed. Damn,
What?
I gave it away, didn't I?
No, I wasn't even talking about that. I'm just
All right,
saying.
what was the last
The
time
last
you
sentence, just leave. After I read the last sentence, I said, "Forget about it. It ain't no way." That's not cool.